Good evening, Rathan. I'm Mriedu from Vaani Coach, and it's my pleasure to have you on board with us today. Welcome.
Thank you, Mriedu.
Rathan, you've been part of the Vaani Communication Fitness Program for almost 4 months now, and we are at the fag end of the program. So why don't you share your experience with me today?
Yeah, so this platform, I think it has really helped us to know the things which we already knew, but for some reason we were not giving conscious attention to that. Like the simple thing of recording ourselves and listening to ourselves, that itself told many things. So these are things which we can improve, and where we are lagging behind, so or where are we doing mistakes. All that we are able to know very easily. It was not. It was. I think it was a known issue. I knew what was my problem, but I was not giving a conscious effort to improve it. So when this recording and platform and the coaching, so what happened together. So it definitely helped me to identify my problem and correct it in the next uh, practice session, or next even in applying in our practical scenarios. It helped. So consciously we have started correcting ourselves. So in that angle, yeah, this platform is very much helpful. So I can recommend to anyone struggling to do this kind of activities.
Okay, that's good to hear. Thank you for that feedback. So when you started with this program, what were your expectations when you heard that you're going to be a part of a communication program? What were your expectations or the areas that you wanted to focus on?
Yeah, since it was told like a coaching or mentoring, so I was aware that like, anyway I have to work more. So that part was very clear. It was not like it's like a magic, something happens immediately. So that was first. So I didn't have much expectation from the program is over the period immediately I'll change. So, but over 4 months, actually it has shown me how I can improve. I still need to do a lot of things in thing, but I knew it is not a short-term course and short-term improvement can happen immediately.
Right.
So yeah, but the constant guidance from the team, from our mentors and even our manager who sees our changes in our behavior or the way of talking and all. So that it helps. So yeah, as I said, to expectation was very less, but I knew I can do something better than what I am there. That was there, and I could see that I am able to do it. But only thing I am not able to do practice as such. So a lot of excuses keep coming. That is a habit maybe, but that is still there. So I still know, okay, let's continue the practice at least for a few more months, and then we see it. So it has shown the result, but yeah, end of the day, it is end of, I have to put more effort. So that is the only thing I can say right now. But yeah, otherwise it has delivered what was expected. That was I was able to see that. Initially, it was like somebody is saying they'll come and give a regular lecture, and we should follow. That was the mindset in the starting program.
Okay.
But it was changed when I started the actual practice and responses, reflections, and all that. So, so it was actually I didn't expect that will happen, but it happened, and it showed good result in me. So it has shown the direction. Now I will have to work more on this line.
All right, wonderful. So do you think the personalized approach of Vaani helped you?
Definitely. So practice sessions also, it was not a the other topics what the people they were giving it. It just related to my own area. So it gave a confidence that I can speak at least, because if you are given unknown area, we struggle. So since it was known areas and specific to me, all that I was able to start the activity, and even the comments and the responses given by mentors. So that was specific to that event. How did we should have handled differently and all that.
Right.
Yeah, they understood the challenge because practically when you do a practical scenarios, we may have different scenarios. The people are different and all that.
Of course.
And when I was saying, okay, when I'm talking to my manager, my boss, I speak like this. But the same way, if I talk to my junior, I may speak differently.
Right.
So my coach was able to help how we should do it differently. So even that was helping. So it's means applying the personal specific personalization for me also helped me to I can also have the same set of experience for when I talk to others. So that helped me. So yeah, it was definitely helping in that area also.
The
It is not the
customized.
general common. Yeah.
Right. So customized subject matter and the presence of coach is what helped you during the course of the program.
Correct.
All right. So like we were talking, Rathan, that there are 4 parameters that we focus on in this program: articulation, accuracy, presence, thinking. So what are the techniques or any particular framework that you feel that you really learned about during the program, which you can apply in your communication?
Yeah, I think I was lacking in means I had a if I give any topic I can speak, I can collect some information I can speak, but where I was lacking is structure, putting it in a proper structure.
Okay.
So I know the even the audience, okay, I can say these are the audience, I should talk like it, but when I start talking, it was not coming in a structure. So
Okay.
I think there I was lacking initially. Then constant guidance from the coach and even the multiple practice, it definitely helped at least put the structure where how should I talk. Even the topic is very simple and small, and the information maybe how do we effectively put it in the right considering the audience and starting and ending. So this where actually it has helped. So it was not, I was not focusing on that angle. I was collecting the information and talking in this all the information without any structure in the mind. So it was actually, it was not what I was thought, okay, this should go and this should reach people or the audience. That was not reaching earlier.
Right.
Maybe now I can see that some people, okay, how should I take even a small thing? How do I communicate effectively with having structure in place? So that is an area I think I was lacking. Now I'm able to see some improvement on that. So articulation and other things are, it is definitely another area, but it requires constant effort from multiple other factors, not gaining knowledge and listening to others, getting more. So that anyway, I knew how to do it, but maybe I was not focusing too much. But this structure thing was not aware. So I was not sure why people were not able to understand my this thing. So this is what I understood later. So maybe that is a focus area for me also now. And I'll continue to focus there. How do we, even the informations are not available with me, how do I put the simple information in a better structure and convey what I am supposed to convey?
All right. So it's an ongoing process, something which you've understood now, and you're going to carry it forward for the rest of the journey. Wonderful.
Correct.
So how has Vaani helped you increase your productivity at your workplace?
Yeah, there are some changes, but I don't say immediate. I'm not sure I can immediately say, but that is, I think, first thing I can say. So one is written communication. So there I was saying, okay, good response was there. But when I started talking the same thing verbally, so people are not able to understand, or I was not getting the proper response from them. So that, I think, it was creating a problem. But if I same thing, maybe after the discussion, if I put an email, they were responding it properly. So then I understood my verbal communication is not correct. So because it was creating too many repeated work. I was again had to call, pick up the call and explain, write an email again and call. So this was happening. Now I'm able to see, because of at least communicating in a proper structure and what is required for the person, instead of saying everything to all the person, what is relevant for that, that was maybe it is helping. So it is avoiding multiple or iterative email chains and all that. So in that way, I think I'm able to see the progress there. I'm able to reduce the to and fro discussions and specific points and required point for relevant audience. Those are the key points I'm able to handle. So it is definitely helping that level. Maybe it will help more if I continue to do that. Since all the topics should come in crisp, so that was not happening. Even now, when I talk, it may not be coming right, but consciously I can see, okay, am I talking more? Or, is it enough for this question or answer? That, yeah, that I think that will help definitely, and it is, I'm seeing some result there. So I'll continue to do that, focus on that also.
So effective structuring has really brought about that change, the kind of change that you've noticed around you.
Correct.
And what about any feedback that you've received from your managers or your peers? Have they noticed any change in your communication and they've commented on that?
Yeah, they. I'm not sure I can directly say, because most of the time we don't. In the current scenario, we don't talk too much in all emails or virtual meetings are happening. But there are few instances they were told, okay, something has been changed, but there's something specific has come. But uh, yeah, I think my peers and the stakeholders, where change management is one responsible for me. So when I talk to them, they started identifying that means you're not talking too much now, which is not relevant for this thing. So that kind of comments are come. I assumed it is. Uh, uh, because of this kind of frequent practice and all, because I started talking which is relevant for their discussion. So yeah, it has come like that, but I may have to still focus and monitor what is the real feedback from them.
Okay. But it's good that things are being noticed, and
Yes.
even though it's not come in a in a way, but you are feeling those changes, and your stakeholders or your peer group is also changing, and they are letting you know about all that. So I think it's wonderful. Apart from that, do you think the tech-based platform, since we're also on the move some of the time, or we're in the office, so does that help us? The tech-based approach of Vaani?
Yeah, definitely. That is, app. It's I think app is very much handy. I think whenever we want to do any reference also, there are a lot of reference documents. So that was really helpful. And most of the time, when we are in office or personal work, we don't carry our laptops and all. So, so this was very much helpful. If we get a 5-10 minutes free time also, I started reading the content, even though it was not only in the Vani, and that unofficially also WhatsApp group was created. There the people are sharing the references or YouTube links and all. Even that was helpful. So both these channels helped us to focus where we want. Let's say today my practice was done and I posted some reflection, and it was also, and the coach also gave these are the improvement areas you can do, and immediately some reference links were coming. You look at this video, how they are doing it, follow that. So that kind of immediate follow also helping it. And relevant content in the app was we had a ready reference. How do we follow the steps? Let's say if you want to improve the communication, where you need to focus. Those are all available in that one. So that was really helping. If something was not there, we may lose that focus and try. So in that angle, yeah, this technology was really helpful.
So you are well connected with your coach as well.
Yes.
Getting regular feedbacks. I think that's also a very crucial part of the Vaani program, along with technology. When we get that personalized input from the coach, that really helps us. Did you take out any specific time that, okay, I have to practice at this particular time on Vaani, or was it whenever you could practice? How did you motivate yourself that you have to take out 10-15 minutes every day and practice on Vaani?
Yeah, initially it was that I thought okay, Saturday evenings will be a more peaceful and we can focus and all. But eventually after a week or something, I couldn't do it specifically put that time. But then I started doing the morning itself when we are fresh, the thought, and so consciously you can say, okay, these are the topic I should talk and read it and plan it for the day. Since there are a few meetings will be planned, so regular meetings of office work. So it was actually helping. The morning sessions were good because we do a practice session with some topics and immediately switch over to meetings which will have in the day. So take that points and at least structure in the mind. So these are the things I should talk in the meeting. So that was helping. So instead of spending free time in the evening and without any goal, so this was helping. So then I started working that. So morning hours and plan the day ahead and see the meetings which is there and take that as a motivation and start practicing it. That was the plan.
Okay. So, Rathan, usually we don't hear ourselves speak, right? We have a conversation with people around us, but we don't hear ourselves speak. How was it when you first time heard, you played back the audio? What was the feeling like? And now after 4 months, you listen to the audio. So why don't you tell me something about that?
Yeah, that was very bad experience. So, and I was not able to hear, means after recorded 2-3 sessions, I was not able to understand what I spoke. Then I thought, okay, what type of struggle I might have given to others, because normally there was something and they are on the topic, then we forget about what you spoke. But when I started listening my own voice, because even the voice, there are 1, 2, 3 areas I had to improve, which I came to know. Like even the tone was, it was the flat tone, so there people were not able to understand. So all that when I saw at myself, okay, I was very embarrassed. Okay, did I spoil their moods, other people mood,
Or
because
no,
they are in a good
not
mood
at
when I
all.
start. Yeah,
Not at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So no, I felt like that because
Uh-huh.
it may not be the good. There are, because end of the day, when you start in the good topic may be good, but that the way of delivering a speech may spoil their moods also. That's what I was saying. So then I consciously started looking at that. So the first time, I think many times, I think it helped. I think it. Yeah, I was hesitant to do that because
Okay.
every time though I was hearing, okay, there are a lot of same type of this kind of monologue. So I was not able to understand where I should do and all that. Then I
Okay.
stopped doing it. I didn't consciously practice like that. Then okay, instead of seeing as mobile and recording it, then I stopped and visualize the real life scenario. Then started speaking. Then that time, at least it improved a little bit.
Okay.
Otherwise, it was not going. Even I that was one feedback I gave to coach. So why recording, hearing a recording is okay. It was not very helpful for me, or it was creating more trouble for me because voice was different and the topics were not clear and all.
Okay.
Initial practice days, okay, how do I motivate myself to hear my own voice in a different way? Then she suggested to go with this changes in the tones and all that, where you
Okay.
open. Because when you say it's I'm recording, I become conscious and say, okay, then started in a different way. So don't see it as you are recording. So you are somebody's talking to you and start talking about it. So
All
that
right.
maybe that change helped me.
Okay. Okay. Good to hear that. And no, definitely, you don't spoil anyone's mood. In fact, the coaches are there to give you the correct feedback so that, we can focus on the areas that we want to improve. And it's lovely that you realized what are the areas, and with the help of your coach, you've tried to work upon them. How do you think Vani is different from a standard communication course or a program?
Yeah, I think this is the first time I'm having this kind of
Mm-hmm.
courses, but most of the places it is one time. I mean, if you say any other technology or any other soft skills courses, it's one time. You give a set of courses. One time you explain something, then they will leave it like for you. You do whatever you want like that. But this was not like that. There was a constant review, constant follow up. Even if you are forgetting for that, immediately some mail or message comes or some call comes. Have you done this? Have you done that? So that was not there in any other courses which I attended. So
Okay.
that may be the game changer here. So it is
Mm-hmm.
not one time, short time activity. You need little more time, and you need to do it frequently.
Right.
So I think that is there in Vani. So I have not seen that in other place. That may be one great thing in this course.
Well, thank you for the kind words,
Yeah.
Rathan. Yeah.
And multiple, it's not one coach is coming and explain. So there are many other sessions for that, like with manager, and there are some discussion panels where set up and we had discussions. These are all
Right.
it actually is motivating, and it helped us to think in a different angle. It's not only one way talking and all that. So these are
Absolutely.
all multiple areas. So it actually is a different. I didn't see it nowhere in the other course kind of courses. Even e-learning, if you take it's one way, so they have content, go and
Right.
complete the certification. It was not like that. So it was great experience.
I'm glad you had a wonderful experience with Vani. And last, I would like to know, Rathan, would you recommend Vani to your friends, colleagues, family members around you?
Yes, definitely. I'll recommend because it will open up your mind. It may not change your life immediately, but at least it will consciously tell if these are the places you need to work. At least the starting point it will give. So the 4 months, I was initially saying, why do you need to get into 4 months courses? Then I thought, okay, the 4 months is actually it's not. 4 months is not required for learning all this. It is just 1 or 2 months should be enough. But 4 months was required just to change our behavior. That's what I feel. So practice and this thing anyway we know, so we should do it, but we don't do it for some reason. We get a lot of excuses, and
Right.
this 4 months course will keep pushing us to do what we are not trying to do it. So for that, I'll definitely tell because you guys are spending too much quality time with us. So at least for that time, we should respect and put some practice on us. So that's why I'll definitely recommend for anyone.
Thank you so much, Rathan. Like you said, consistency is the key to the program. So the more you practice, the more you're going to gain from this communication program.
Yes.
So it was wonderful to connect with you, Rathan. I had an amazing time to hear from you your experiences, to learn your perspective on communication fitness program. Thank you so much for connecting with me today. And the pleasure is all ours to hear such kind feedback from you.
Yeah, we are all happy to connect with you, and the platform has given great strength for us. So I think we all from our team also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks.
Yeah.